Alright, so I wanted to do a review on the Samsung QN95B. I've been using this TV for 4K movies, HDR. It looks pretty good compared to OLED. I have the C2 downstairs, and pretty much the colors look pretty good. Other than that, this panel is really bright compared to the one downstairs, the C2, the OLED. But I have noticed that the blacks on this one are pretty close. They're a lot better than last year's. Those, I went to the store and I looked at all of them, and basically you could see blooming, and like I guess the black to a bright scene to a dark scene wouldn't switch quick enough, and you could notice it, so it's kind of annoying. And also, like, they always had like reviews of the ping pong ball, or not ping pong, the Atari game, whatever, where the ball goes across. You can see it like kind of tracking. This one has gotten a lot better for the QN95B, or I guess the 2022 series. But basically, I wanted to show you, I have it hooked up to my PC. So the thing about the QN95 is that you can get 144 Hertz versus the QN90, you can only get 120 Hertz. So I can show you right now. I have Rocket League open. Alright, so here at the bottom we have 144, 143 frames per second, and it has the variable refresh rate on. And basically this is the game mode, so it displays what frame rate you're getting, and you can put input lag at the fastest if you wanted to, and it has the picture mode, aspect ratio, your sound output, and then also has game settings, which I don't even know what it has actually. Oh, the dynamic black equalizer. So like, if you're playing Call of Duty or something, and like Modern Warfare, you can increase this dynamic black equalizer to kind of get the dark areas of the screen to come up brighter without trading off as much of the color. So I know you can always increase the brightness and lower the contrast to get it to come out, but then your colors get washed. So this setting in here is a unique feature in this TV, to where it won't wash out the colors, so that's a good thing. I usually don't have HDR on. It might look better on this TV actually compared to like a PC monitor. So PC monitors usually use HDR, and usually doesn't look that well, so I usually turn it off. So I have it off right now. I basically wanted to, I guess, move the car around so you can see if there's any screen tearing. Alright, so I had to redo this part of the video, but I just wanted to show you the quick movement speeds of the car and show that there was no screen tearing with the VRR on. So basically I didn't have the shutter speed on the camera fast enough to catch it, and it was showing sort of screen tearing because the shutter speed wasn't matching the car refresh rate. So basically, let me just show you. So I'm just going to move around quickly around the map. Yeah, so basically, I'm pretty sure when you're playing on this TV, you're going to want the VRR on if you're playing fast games, because when I had the VRR off, you could see screen tearing whenever the camera was moving fast around the car, or I was just turning fast. And I'm pretty sure that's going to happen on like Call of Duty and stuff as well. Basically, like when I was turning the car fast, and the camera was trying to catch up to it, you could see like a little bit of blur in the car, and I guess maybe the whole screen. But so I think with this TV you're going to want the VRR on if you're having fast movement games, I guess. Like if you're playing like Assassin's Creed or something, where you're basically like walking slowly and the camera's not moving that much, maybe you can turn it off if you want. better input lag, but at that point it's not a competitive game, so you don't really care about the input lag, so you might want the VRR on. But other than that, one thing I did notice when I set this up is the default like picture settings. This ball blinks with a light, and I never noticed that. It was like pretty much blinding. You can actually see the blinking like as if somebody was holding a flashlight and shining it through the lights in the ball. But I had to tone it down a lot so that way, because the screen is really bright compared to OLEDs and PC monitors. So to get it to kind of look more like a PC monitor but a little bit brighter, because I kind of want it to be bright because that's what makes it pop and stand out very well to me. So I had to adjust the settings on that. But other than that, it's a good TV. The 77-inch is pretty good. I'm sitting about 9 or 10 feet away from it. The 77 is good. Downstairs I have the C2 OLED, that's 65-inch, and that one I'm sitting about the same distance away, maybe 9 feet though, maybe a little bit closer, and it's still just, it doesn't feel the same as this one. So I want to upgrade the one downstairs to be around 70 inches, maybe go 85 so I don't have to complain about it again. But I'm just not sure if the 85 will be too big, where I have to I feel like I have to scoot back or something. So, but the 75 inch is a really good size screen for about 9 or 10 feet back to me. You still have to barely move your eyes, but it's still good because it feels more encompassing. And then I have a projector screen as well. It's 100 inches. If you kind of want that theater style of a movie where you have to move your eyes around and really feel engulfed like you're at a theater. But other than that, I think it's a pretty good TV. Oh yeah, the other thing is it has like Xbox, I guess like an app. So you could play Xbox games from the app. I think you have to have Xbox Game Pass though to be able to play them, but at least you can play them and stream the game over without having to own or have your Xbox with you, your Xbox One or whatever you have, Xbox One X. I don't even know what the newest one is, I forgot, since I switched to PC. But man, what else do they have on this TV? Shoot. I don't know, I really like the 144 hertz because, I don't know, it feels different than the 120 hertz because I've played on the PC monitors at 120 hertz and I played at 144 hertz and that was pretty good for me. And I also have a PC monitor that's 240 hertz and the 240 hertz just seems way too smooth for Rocket League. So even if I'm playing on the 240 hertz monitor, I dial it down to 144 hertz just because it's not super smooth to where I feel like I'm overshooting the ball and everything. So, but anyway, that has nothing to do really with the TV review, but just a little insight on the refresh rates that even the higher end ones might be too smooth for you. So you're paying a lot for this monitor and then it's just hard to game on. Or for me at least, because you have competitive gamers that buy 1080p monitors that have 360 hertz. So, man. I think that's pretty much it for the TV. I like the Samsung TVs. One thing I'm hoping though is that the capacitors don't go bad because I had my first HD TV was a Samsung, the LCD screens, and the capacitors went out, so I had to open up the back of the TV and use an ESR meter to check the capacitors, and I found a couple that were low, so I had to replace those, and then the TV turned on again. My aunt also had a Samsung. That was probably like 4 years later, and I'm talking about this is like when HD TVs first came out. The capacitors went on her, so I had to go do the same thing over there. So this is my first Samsung TV, other than those two, which were like the early 2000, maybe 2012 maybe, or something like that. So I'm hoping this one's a little bit better on the capacitors. I have other appliances, like the washer, dryer, refrigerator, and dishwasher. So the SmartThings app on this TV, you can also use it with the SmartThings and talk to all of your devices through that, so that's pretty cool. If you like the ecosystem of the SmartThings apps. Other than that, oh yeah, The glare is pretty good. Like if you're looking at it from here to like over here, maybe, the colors are pretty good. Glare, as you can see, I have like the ceiling fan lights up here, and you can't really, even if you look from here and you're trying to look for the lights from the ceiling fan, you can't really see them. So the anti-glare, oh, now I can see it, but it's really hard to see because it's pretty good coating on the TV. And other than that, I would recommend this TV, especially for gaming, because OLED monitors, yeah, they have like better protection now to like screen shifts and or pixel shifting or whatever, so that way you have less risk of burning in because the pixels aren't on the same pixels all the time. Like if you have this boost meter here, the ball cam, and like health meters and stuff on other games, they can burn in, or if you watch ESPN, it could burn in the banner that's always there, or news channels as well. So with the QLEDs, you don't really have to worry about that because they won't really get burned in, or if they did, you'd have to leave it on a static screen for a super long time, which wouldn't really happen. So that's why I game on this QLED versus OLED downstairs. I've only gamed on that one like 3 times just because I don't want to burn in the screen. So that one's mainly for movies and TV. But other than that, the QN95B is pretty good, and I'm hoping that next year's QLEDs are going to be good. So that's about it. If you have any questions, post down in the comments below and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Thanks.